Podcast Amsterdam.
Yeah, so we literally booked the trip a week ago, and it was, I have to say, it was weird to fly. I haven't flown since before the pandemic, so it's been over a year, so it was kind of funny. The airport was quite, I was actually enjoying the airport because it was so empty. It was like, I kind of wish it was like this all the time.
It's like traveling in the 1950s or something, like, you know, only the elite get to go anywhere.
Yeah, it was quite, although like a lot of, we got to the airport quite early because I wasn't sure like what it was going to be like, but it was super smooth, and we like checked in and we're like whoosh, like, so then we had loads of time, so we got something to eat, and but like many of I would say only like a quarter of the regular places were open, and so yeah, but it was fine. And then the flight itself was very smooth, and I was a little annoyed, I will admit, because when we got here, to travel to Spain, you have to have a PCR test within 72 hours of your arrival. In addition, the Spanish Health Ministry has you fill out an online form, and then they give you a QR code, and so you need to scan that form. But that form just says, like, I have taken the test. It's sort of like honor system.
A declaration, like, yeah.
Exactly, saying, like, I don't have COVID symptoms, I don't, not living with someone with COVID, all that kind of usual stuff. And honestly, that's all they cared about. They looked at one of our PCR tests. I had the printouts all ready to go, and they didn't even look at all four of them. And I thought,
what a really waste of money that was.
Yeah, I was like, can you please look at those? These are quite expensive. Like, have a look. But all that to say, we sailed through, and but I did, once we were through the health check after getting off the plane, I definitely had a sigh of relief, because in the back of my mind, once you get the test, you think, what if somebody's asymptomatic,
maybe the time difference or something comes into play and you're outside the 72 hours. So did you have to present anything at this end at the airport to get onto the flight, or no?
No, I think the airline asked us if we'd done the QR code.
Okay.
So they sort of said,
that was there.
Although I'd heard from a friend, it's not that big a deal if you haven't done it. They just push you to the side, and then you have to fill it out once you arrive. Right. Although it did take me a minute online because the form was not that. I don't know if it's easier when you're in the airport in person, but yeah, they actually asked at the airport. So the airline asked, and but it was pretty. And the other thing was a little bit weird, like having to wear a mask
in the airport and on the flight.
I mean, we took it off when we ate, right? So there were little breaks here and there. But yeah, I mean, probably that's the longest I've ever worn a mask. And interestingly, the mask rules in Spain are much stricter than they are in the Netherlands, probably. Okay. So our kids are not used to wearing masks. Of course, you don't have to for children under 12 in the Netherlands. Here, I think it's any children over the age of 3 have to wear masks.
Wow. Ooh.
And then also you have to wear them outdoors everywhere as well. So it's a bit stricter. So that's, there's been a lot more mask wearing.
Podcast Amsterdam.